Hey Gemini, it's Amber here at Symbols for Living. Hope that you're very well. This will be your October 2018 love reading, answering the question, how does he or she feel about you? So it could be and it's someone that's in your like energy. So someone that you're focusing on a lot would come up in the reading. Anything that affects your energy with regards pertaining to love, that's gonna be picked up in the reading. And yeah. It could be for your partner as well, your wife, your husband. It's to do with love and how you're being perceived with regards to your relationships. And Yeah, your lovers or lover. So I've already shuffled the deck, so I'm going to go ahead and just pull the cards. We have got the Eight of Cups for currently how your partner feels about you. So it could be that your partner is seeking a new adventure in love. They may be a little bit bored or discontented with love at the moment or with the relationship. And they definitely are looking for some sort of excitement, progression. They're looking for more. Yeah, and this this card actually flipped out when I was shuffling, and now it's at the base of the deck. So that's the lust card. So there's definitely a lot of lust. I think your lesson for this month is to do with lust, sexual attraction, self-control, things like that. So yeah. Then we've got the Nine of Wands at the base of the reading. And this is to do with your partner's subconscious. Your partner is very determined, very resilient, and I don't think they're going to let anything get in their way with regards to with regards to this relationship and what they have planned for it. We've then got the Six of Swords. Sorry, Six of Coins. Um, for the near past. So in the near past, there may be a lot of give and take in the relationship, or your partner definitely felt like there was a lot of reciprocity, that there was equal give and take on both sides, or in fact, that was an issue in the past. Maybe they felt that there wasn't enough give and take, or that was an issue in the past. We're going to get some clarifiers out at the moment anyway. So their intentions is the Six of Cups. So their intentions is to reminisce. This is also to do with pleasure, indulge. But the Six of Cups also talks about reminiscing, and it's almost like celebrating the past, acknowledging the past as well. Also got the Four of Swords for the near future. So for the near future, your partner may be choosing not to communicate, and to be just to kind of keep the peace. They may be cordial with you, but they won't be putting much energy, I don't feel, into the relationship in the near future, especially when it comes to communication and things like that. They're going to just very much be going with the flow. They're not even going to be entertaining arguments. They're going to just be a bit detached. So to clarify the Eight of Cups, we do have the Six of Wands. You can see that there. So they are deciding, it looks like, to move on to what they think is better or more fulfilling for them. And they feel like they are victorious in this. They feel very happy about them moving on. This could be them moving on to you. You could be fulfilling in some way, especially with the Six of Wands being quite a victorious card. Your partner is definitely feeling very victorious in their newfound kind of journey to seek more fulfilling relationships. They could be feeling very appreciated right now, very recognized. And again, there's this Jupiter element that's coming into things. This person you're seeing could be a fire sign, could be a Sagittarius, could also be a fire sign. Leo has come up, Libra is here, and Sagittarius. So yeah, they're feeling quite optimistic, I think, about the future, or feeling quite optimistic about how things are at the moment. So we've got the Tower card to clarify the Nine of Wands. So this person is resilient in their mind. They're determined. They're quite focused on getting to where they want to get to. In regards to the relationship, they recognize that this change is a major change for them. For them, they may feel like a lot of things were built on lies, but that's what the Tower card represents, something that's been built on lies, that is now, where the lies are now becoming very damaging to a situation, or just making a situation worse. The Tower card shows up when truth is required. And honesty is really required, even if it means completely dismantling something that you maybe put a lot of time and effort into. So that might be why they're the Nine of Wands. They may feel like they really are giving up on something that they have previously put a lot of time and effort into, but they knew that, or they now know, and now are of the mindset that they weren't being honest to themselves, or weren't being honest to you, or that maybe you weren't being honest to them, or there was some sort of uh, um, inconsistency or non-truth that it doesn't look like your partner was able to really live with anymore, or it doesn't want to kind of keep living under that, in that lie. They want to move on, they want more, they want more satisfaction. They feel like that this lie, whatever it is, whether it be, I don't know, I don't know, it could be anything, right? It could be any lie. It could be that, you've always talked about having kids together, and now your partners realize actually they don't want kids. They never did, but they kind of never really said anything to you. But they never really entertained the conversation either. But yet they kind of allowed maybe you to believe that that possibly would happen one day. But now they've got to the point where it's like, I can't even pretend anymore. I can't do it, even if it means I've got to be tough and stick to my guns and just keep pressing forwards. I think they're really trying hard to stick to their decision that they've made, maybe to move on with the Eight of Cups here. But it is a major change for them here with the Tower card. So in the near past, we have the Six of Coins clarified by the Queen of Wands. So again, this person could be a fire sign, could be a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries person that you're seeing. And they may have felt like they were number one, with the Six of Coins here. This is like uh feeling like you want to get what you deserve, like this reciprocity when it comes to value and acknowledgement of value. This person may feel that they were like this really important person, because the Queen of Wands, she's got a very high self-esteem. She does think a lot of herself. The Queen of Wands is also someone that's grown through a lot. She's able to have changed very negative situations in her life or his life and made them positive. So she's definitely a very resilient, or he is a very resilient person that you're dealing with. And they just don't feel like, I don't feel like they feel like they're not getting out, I think, what they're putting into a situation. Or maybe this situation is just not fulfilling for them. But there's two cards of successes. It just makes me feel like this person's got quite a big ego, or quite sure of themselves. We've got 3 sixes here so far, actually. So this is definitely an energy. I mean, this is definitely to do with Gemini. This give and take, this back and forth energy is definitely showing in the reading. So it was a major theme for you guys in the relationship. With the Lost card being at the base of the deck, it could be that this could have been just a fair exchange, like if there is a kind of no strings attached kind of friends with benefits situation, It could be that this is what the issue is that you may still feel very sexually attracted to this person. There could be very still strong sexual magnetism between you two. But what was I going to say? But yeah, maybe it was kind of that situation where it's like, okay, we kind of come to an agreement. Well, I'm going to give you this, you're going to give me that. And there's this like agreement of this give and take, which is very similar to kind of a friends with benefit situation where you both agree on the terms. And, you know, as long as the terms are met, things will be great, you know, between you two. So to clarify the 6 of Cups, we do have the, you can see, sun's playing with me today. The Princess of Discs. Okay, so both of these cards talk about children. This person intends to possibly focus on their children, focus on past dreams that they've had. They may be looking to give birth to new ideas as well. The Princess of Discs is also someone who is possibly looking for a new beginning as well, looking to kind of start afresh in some way, learn new things, take on new challenges around commitments. This person could also have a kind of an earthy element to them. They could be deciding to be a lot more grounded now and to focus on things that they feel really matter to them, like work and money. But they are looking back. They do intend to look back on this relationship with fondness. I don't see any, I mean, even in the near future, they're really focused on peace. This is the Truce card. They're not unhappy. They're not bitter. In fact, they feel quite good right now about the situation with the 6 of Wands, but they do understand that it is a massive change for them mentally, and, you know, factually, you know, it's just a challenge to make that change if you guys have had a long-standing relationship. And I think they're just ready to make new commitments, I think. So this could all be pertaining to a relationship. You know, maybe the 8 of Cups could mean that in actual fact, that you guys are moving on together as a couple, like you guys are finding, you know, more happiness together. You may realize that as a couple that there's things about the relationship that are just oh, hi May. Sorry, I just read this. Energy is so resonant. I always have it. Oh. Yeah, I'm secretly I'm shredding it on Facebook. Okay, keep going. I thought you were part of the FBI then. I thought, gosh, you found me out. Joking though. All right, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna try my best, just keep going, guys, and do my best for you. As I do, this is really my passion. It's the one thing that I do that really I feel passionate about and that I feel excited about when I do it. So I do appreciate your lovely comments, and you're beautiful too. And it takes a beautiful person to know you're a beautiful person. That's what I say. So all right, well, take care, May. All right, so yeah, definitely this person looks like they could be wanting to keep the peace, looking back on things quite positively. Yeah, you can ask questions if you want. I'll try my best to kind of fit them in. It's not a problem. Go for it. It's fine. So yeah, I think this person wants to look back on things quite fondly, and is just ready to kind of maybe make a new commitment in their life, whether that be commitment to a direction that they're going in. But they are kind of wanting to really make a solid and fairly permanent change, I think, with regards to the relationship. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Cups, which is such a pretty card in this deck. I don't know if you guys can see that. I just love it. It's the Thoth deck by Aleister Crowley and another artist that I don't know. Oh, I meant YouTube. Okay, cool. All right, thanks, May. So yes, in the near future, I see a lot of peace. This person, I think this person genuinely does care about you, and the Eight of Cups would definitely. Oh, I'm going to pull a card for you, Joyce, in a little while. Are you a Gemini? Because then I can answer your question hopefully through this reading. If not, then I'll pull one extra card just to kind of give you one answer, like one card answer, and just see what we get from that. Oh, you're a Gemini. Okay, cool. So I will take into account that you're wondering if you should trust your current love interest. I think that your current love interest does seem to, I think that you really do make this person happy, but there's just something more that they want. There's something more that they're looking for. They do see you as a genuine friend. I think they don't intend to. They really do look back on the relationship with fondness. I don't think there is an element of lying here, and also of self-interest for this person. They're very determined to fulfill their own agenda. They're very focused on like one thing, and there's no cups cards here really, apart from there are a couple cups cards, but they tend to be looking in the past, not really about like the Two of Cups or things like that. So I would say that this person maybe can't really be trusted with this card. With this card, I've seen this card come up for someone who's lying, who plans to um, completely fool somebody, and have no remorse sometimes. This card is quite a strong card. I would say that this person is going through some major changes themselves. And they know that there's a lie. They know that something is not true. And they're very self-interested with the Six of Wands here. So there is an indication here that this person is lying about something or is aware of a lie, but they're trying to kind of move out of that. They're now trying to be honest and just trying to do the right thing and trying to just move on and find their own happiness. They do, I think, really feel appreciated by you, though. You might make them feel really good. You definitely boost their self-esteem, you know, but maybe that's just not enough for them. Boosting self-esteem is one thing, but actually being in love is something else. And it looks like they are looking for love at the moment. In the near future, I'm not looking for love. I think they're just looking for, everyone's always looking for that ideal partner, you know. And sometimes it's right in front of us, but we just have this idea of what we want, and that's it. That's what makes us happy. We've decided that that's going to make us happy, and that's what it is. And that's what this person definitely is experiencing, where there's so many boxes that you tick that make them happy, but there's like one or two things that they just can't seem to accept or are missing for them. And I think you make them, one of the major things for them is that you make them feel really good. You boost their confidence. So in the near future, we've got the Four of Swords with the Ace of Cups, which both talk to me about peace, truces, coming to a peaceful resolution in the near future. The Ace of Cups would suggest that there's definitely a lot of love in the situation. This person, especially with the Six of Cups here, this person does really care. They are looking back with fondness, and they do really, really care about you. But the Ace of Cups is like a healing card as well. Maybe this person is kind of healing. The Four of Swords is also about healing. In the near future, this person could be kind of licking their own wounds. I don't think this person's finding it easy, especially with the Tower card here. This person's not finding it easy. The Eight of Cups is never easy. When you decide that you're going to move away from something that's really making you happy, but just missing a few things, sometimes it's very hard to do that. And we can get quite comfortable sometimes with just being quite happy, you know. This person seems to now want a bit more than that. And they're looking, I think, for a peaceful resolution with you. They don't want to argue. They've got nothing but love for you, I don't feel. That's what I'm picking up. So let's pull some more cards to clarify. So currently we have got you as the Moon card. You can see that here. So yeah, you may feel quite fearful and alone at the moment, and but this is really, you know, the Moon card represents a kind of dark night of the soul, in a sense. Like, it's really an opportunity for you to look within and really get in touch with yourself. It is a card where it's a card of fears. So the Moon card asks us to look at our fears and address them. So it looks like a lot of fears are being brought up for you. Maybe the feeling that, you know, maybe you might even feel lost. It can also talk about confusion and just not seeing a way forward. So, hi there, Danielle. So yeah, you may not see a way forward, and you may be quite fearful about the future, because this looks like this is a big change for you. But ultimately, as it is the dark night of the soul, whether big or small, you will find a lot of answers. You'll become much more in touch with your emotions, much more in touch with who you are, you know, why you are who you are. You'll understand yourself better, and hopefully a lot of your fears you'll be able to rationalize as well. So it's an opportunity for you to dig a bit deep, although it may be confusing at first, and it may be scary because it's confusing. But just try to remain as grounded as possible. And the Moon card also advises us to get creative, you know. Sometimes drawing helps, sometimes dancing helps, sometimes singing helps. Like, just being creative allows you to express your fears. Even if you write your own song, if you're into music, you know, write your own little poem, just write, see what comes out. You might become really in touch with yourself, and become a much more emotionally aware. So these fears that crop up in the future, they won't bother you as much, you know. Okay, so we have got the Nine of Swords here as well, for your current subconscious position. So yeah, you are feeling alone. You are feeling maybe defensive. You are feeling like you want to control a situation. You feel like the situation's out of your control and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't figure out how to fix this situation, which makes sense because the Moon card is about confusion. So you feel like you can't make sense of the situation, like you can't find a solution. And I think it's keeping you up at night. You seem to be losing sleep over this, possibly, or maybe it's taking up just a lot of your thoughts. But again, these are just fears. Again, the Nine of Swords talks about fears that are ungrounded. You've been writing songs, cool. Cool. So yeah, the Nine of Swords does talk about pain and confusion and questions that you can't answer and solutions that you just can't find and frustrations, and then beating yourself up about it. And don't self-judge yourself. Don't judge yourself too harshly. Don't ever judge yourself, actually. Just be very compassionate with yourself. You have to practice self-compassion. The antidote to the Nine of Swords will be the Nine of Cups. So, and it's been helping, yeah. I find they say that some of the greatest achievers, I guess you could say, of our time keep journals. So definitely says something towards being successful and having a successful life, is to like write things down, write your feelings down. A lot of famous artists, I think Lady Gaga is one of them, that say that she finds she has the best lyrics just before she goes to sleep, or some people say just when they wake up. Because it's something to do with the subconscious. A lot of your subconscious comes out when you're just about to go to sleep, or when you just wake up, or when you're really going through a tough time like this. Your subconscious is like becomes kind of conscious, because all of your fears come up, but they don't make sense because they're your subconscious. So it's hard. But I would definitely, yeah, I definitely totally agree. I'm trying to do more journaling myself because I'm terrible, but I have started, and I find that, yeah, it does help. It does really help. So yeah, completely agree. But yeah, you are, maybe it would be really great if you, I think, to write down your thoughts and whatever you're stressed out about, because that may really kind of bring things into perspective, and you may not find them such big issues anymore. Yep. So in the near past, we did have the Empress card. So the sun is just trying to become part of our reading today. So we're going to just have to work with it. The Empress card. Yeah. So in the near past, you may have felt very abundant. You may have felt like a bit like, you could have even felt kind of over sexualized as well. The Empress card here, with how it's being dignified in this reading, it could be that you felt very attractive, very abundant, but also maybe over sexualized, felt very giving. You may have felt very loving as well. You may have felt very important in this person's life. But you may have felt like the nurturer. You may have felt like you were the one that was doing the bulk of the work, in a sense. Also, you could have felt like the third wheel, with the Empress card here. But you definitely felt very much in love with this person, and they made you feel very safe and secure, or you might have made them feel that way. The Empress card is also a major arcana, so there was a major lesson learned there, I think, for you when it comes to self-love. Yeah. So relief is an outlet, definitely, when you're writing or even talking. That's why, like, talking therapies are so good, because it's just a case of just putting it all out there, even if it is on paper or if it is talking. That's why friends are really invaluable, or good friends are really invaluable, or family even. We don't realize how great they are in terms of our own mental health. Um, just talking sometimes or getting it out. Yeah, completely agree. Okay, hi Danielle. Cool. Um, So yeah, you may have felt very loving, very nurturing before with this person. You may have even had kids with this person, or thought you were going to have kids. There could be kids involved, definitely. We did see the intentions here. If there are kids involved, this person does not intend to give up their responsibilities with regards to the kids. They intend to completely keep that going, and to look after, whatever offspring you guys do have together. Um, and they're very, and if anything, they're very focused on that. Even as they, even if they do leave this relationship, and you guys do have kids, their focus is to make sure the kids are okay. That's their focus, if there are kids involved. Okay, so in the intentions for you, we have got the King of Wands, also known as the Knight of Wands in the Thoth deck. So you are looking to take control of the situation. You don't want to feel pulled and pushed in any direction. You want to take control of the situation. That's your intentions, is to kind of get your own goals at the forefront of your consciousness. Like, you want to now make your goals the most important thing. You have plans, like you have a direction. You're no longer waiting on anyone to give you any advice on anything. Like, you know exactly what you want. But that's what you intend to do. You intend to make your goals the focus of your life now, and put yourself first, which is great. But this is like in a really big way, like you're taking total control. Like, no one can tell you anything. No one can even suggest anything to you. Like, you are passionate about yourself and your goals. and you only want to become more passionate, and you only want to take more control, have more success. Like, you want to be the winner. Like, you're not going to be defeated with the Knight of Wands. Like, you are going to get through this. And I mean, that's very similar really to the Nine of Swords, where it's like you're trying to take control of the situation. That's very much your intention, is to take control of it. But just the Moon card does also suggest that going with the flow is also really important when dealing with things that come up, and not to kind of push yourself in a particular direction or expect too much of an outcome, but more to go with the flow and really listen and be receptive. It's very feminine energy. So, but your intentions is to be very much the Knight of Wands, and it's my daughter. Very much to be the Knight of Wands and kind of take control and like have things go in your direction. So the Moon card will suggest that that might not be, obviously within reason. It's good to always take control, but also kind of listen to what's going on around you. So then you do actually become very self-focused in the near future with the Hermit card. You go into yourself, you take time out for yourself. You listen to what you listen to the beat of your own drum. That's definitely happening. You're focusing on yourself. Your partner or your ex-partner, whoever this is very peaceful as well, and it looks like you're kind of retreating into and just doing your own thing, and listening to your own voice and really trying to reconnect with your path. In actual fact, these two cards are sister cards. They're the antidote to each other. So where you find you're becoming too much of a hermit, like let go, be creative, just do anything, be wild. And at the same time, if you are too wild and too out of control, you need to become grounded and focus on something. So these two energies are definitely playing a part in your life this October, where you will definitely find your path. Right now it may seem very confusing with the changes possibly that's happening at the moment, but in the near future, not only will your partner be in a peaceful, or this person be in a peaceful state, but you yourself will also be very grounded and not so swayed by your emotions anymore, and have more of a clear idea as to what you want to do. So this intention of yours to kind of become more self-focused actually does reach fruition. So that's really great. So at the base of the deck, we do have the Lust card. So you may be feeling this month that you're having to have a lot of self-control. Like, you're having to not just, maybe before you used to be able to just call this person up and like go and do things or whatever and not think about it. Whereas now you're being asked to not just be knee-jerk, not to overreact. You may be tempted to call this person and say something like, the Lust card is saying, try not to do that. You know, it's because you're facing a lot of fears at the moment. So, oh, thanks, Danielle. Like, don't let that get the better of you, and remain grounded as much as possible. And that looks like it's going to reach fruition anyway at the end of the month of October. But this is your major lesson for the month. It's the Lust card. So it's all about self-control, management of your emotions while you are going through this kind of tricky time. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards now from the Amira Love Oracle deck. My boyfriend and I. Yeah, big changes. Thanks, Danielle. Yeah, the Eight of Cups could definitely be moving, because it's about this person. Usually in the traditional deck, we've got someone in red walking, like taking a journey. So most definitely that's what it could represent, that your partner is you're kind of moving apart in some way, and maybe you feel a bit out of sorts maybe without them. You know, maybe it's like there's some fears around, because like little things can happen that bring up some huge fears sometimes, for me anyway. Like I'm really bad at saying goodbye, but I think it's more to do with the fact that I just maybe have some sort of abandonment issue or something, like we all do apparently. But it's like little things sometimes can just trigger some like really big fears. Like I hate saying goodbye to people. It makes me feel a bit like weird. Oh, thanks, Nikita. That is so sweet. Thank you so much for that donation. That's really sweet. Thank you very much. I'm very attached. Yeah. Yeah. Don't be knee jerk. Just ground yourself. This is opportunity for you to have maybe some you time, and just kind of go with the flow, definitely. So let's pull some cards for Gemini. October 2018. Okay. Oh, that is just so sweet. Thanks, Nikki. Really, that is so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we have dating as spiritual advice. Okay. Okay, so dating is what spirit wants to let you know, something about dating. So maybe this could be an opportunity for you, even if you are ending a relationship, to be interested in dating. If you do want to see people, it's saying, yeah, go ahead, have some fun. That might get you out of your out of your head a little bit. And if you are still in a relationship, it could be about recreating that kind of dating energy or that honeymoon period. Okay, so we've got travel being the obstacle. Yep. Danielle, this is your card. This is the obstacle. You're traveling. That's the problem. You're traveling to your new place and he's at his, I guess. Yeah, I know. That is just so weird. It's like, what's going on? Sometimes it freaks me out. Like these readings, it's just like, wow, like how did that happen? But I don't ask why the sun's in the sky. Do you know what I mean? It's just is what it is. I don't know. God's great, I guess. Okay, so what keeps you together is fun times. So yeah, that could be the Six of Cups. If you are ending a relationship, what's actually possibly keeping you guys' energy kind of intertwined is just that there's just so many happy memories of you two for you two, especially with this card being in the past. It's not really a better card than this in terms of energies. That was like really positive. There was a really, really great vibe in the past. It just looks like maybe you've outgrown each other or something like that. But what keeps you together and friends, and that's probably why, even though there's a truce and there's no communication, there's still the Ace of Cups. There's still a lot of care and peace in the future. So yeah, there's a lot of fun times that keeps you guys still together. Okay, so we've got the spiritual growth card for you. So this is what you're learning. This is the learning position for you guys. So you're learning about spiritual growth and maybe becoming independent and going through this moon kind of card phase of dealing with emotions or fears that are coming up. And that as you work through that, you actually achieve spiritual growth. And the Hermit card is really a card about spiritual growth. Then we've got the wallflower. So they're experiencing the wallflower. So they're bored, maybe. If Danielle, he is home alone. He's pretty bored. He's like, what do I do with myself? I'm not involved with anything. Where do I go from here? Could be feeling a bit stuck. Or if this person is like leaving, they're just learning how to kind of be alone and not to involve themselves and just to kind of take time out for themselves and just do their own thing, basically, and not be involved. Okay, so you see them as control and they see you as the young male. At the base of the deck, we've got children. Don't know if children are a theme. Like I said, if there are children involved, I don't think this person's taking that very seriously. And it's very important to them because that's their focus, is kids or memories. So yeah, children is a focus. I don't know if you guys are planning to have kids. He's kind of like, where's the girls at? Maybe that's it. Yeah. Okay, so they're looking at you as control. Sorry, you're looking at them as being controlling. So you could see them as like playing games and being a bit manipulative, pulling the strings, pulling at your heartstrings. You could see them as just having a lot of control over your heart. You know, sometimes that's how it is. They just have a lot of control over your heart, and that's how like it is in relationships. When you do open up and you give your heart, you are giving a lot of power away. You know, this person now cannot make you happy or sad. You know, you give them that control, and you may feel like they have a bit too much, or it maybe it's an issue for you, or you just see them as like being able to have control over your emotions. Um, I'm so glad it resonates with you guys. I think it's only you two that are on his. This is great. It's like maybe it's like just like your reading. It happens. You know, I don't make the decisions, spirit does. So young male, they see you as the young male, which is interesting. So any guys watching, they see you as a young guy, kind of out there in the world. Yeah, they see you as mobile. I guess he's in a car. Um, and just sees you. They just see you as someone who's trying new things, who is on the move. You know, he is in a car, Danielle. So it's like they do see you as on the move, like you're driving away, and you're young with a vision. You know, a male archetype has a vision. They're go-getters. Like the masculine energy is to get, and to chase and to conquer. So they may see you as someone with a plan, and you know you're going places. So yeah. Okay. This is the last deck. I'm going to just pull 3 cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And then that'll be that. You can have dinner or whatever you do at this time of the day. I've actually got your names in my head now, Nikita and Danielle. I need to try to make this for everyone. October 2018. Gemini, October 2018. Okay. Okay, so we've got Never Ending Story as the first card that popped out. Never Ending Story talks about something that keeps happening over and over again, where a decision needs to be made in order to move forward. So something may not have been working, something's like ticking over and over again, but it's not working and it's giving this lovely little fairy a headache. So something that wasn't working, like may have kind of come to an end. Something that was going on in the same way, doing the same thing that wasn't working. Yeah. Okay, so we've got Treasure Island as well, and then we've got Flexible as the last card. At the base of the deck, we've got All That Glitters Is Not Gold. So this would say, make sure you do your research into anything. That's an important lesson. Be careful of what you're chasing. Make sure that whatever you are chasing is actually real gold and it's not just a treasure hunt to nothing. Okay, so Treasure Island. Again, talking about more treasures. And he's also, you know, moving in the water. This is also, you know, the turtle carries its house in its back. This could be you again, Danielle, like moving. And being flexible. That's the moon card. This is really important, I think, for you guys this month, Geminis, is to remain flexible with the change. Don't be rigid. You may be stuck in kind of a pattern, especially here with Never Ending Story, stuck in the same old pattern with somebody that isn't working. You know, that will be the Tower card, where you're continuously doing something, but it's not actually good. Like you're repeating the same mistakes, or I don't know, but it's just something that's going on and on and on, but it's not really real. I don't know. I wish I could find better words, but that's what I'm getting. And you're being asked to be flexible, to be willing to kind of bend another way, to allow for something else maybe to come in, and for change to come in. Then we've got Treasure Island. So it looks like there's something good possibly to come if you keep searching. And it could also mean this, that your partner, if they are leaving with the Eight of Cups, that they are searching for something better. They're on a mission. They're on a treasure hunt for something. But number 9 also talks about endings. We've got a 10 here. We've got another 10 here. So definitely there's change. There's an ending to something this month. And it looks like you're moving towards finding the real treasure, because whatever you thought was treasured before, even if it was really, really good, it wasn't really the best you could get. And there's something more out there for you, a new journey for you, I think, that has treasure waiting for you in some way. So yeah, that's the end of the reading. Hope that you enjoyed it. I did. That's quite fun. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you'd like your own reading, you can email me at symbolsforliving@gmail.com. Yeah, and otherwise, I guess take good care. And thanks again for joining me. Bye, Nikita. Bye, Danielle. See ya. Bye.